nights I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida,
Josh Lambo to kick off
it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Danny Amendola on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On 1st down at Stafford. A slant to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Tim Jernigan.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Good catch there by Tyler Eifert, and Jacksonville, who needed help at the tight end position, signed him to do exactly that. Spent his first 7 years in Cincinnati, a terrific red zone threat.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up.
He's taken down.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 17, Minshew. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
Certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Lions.
Terrific catch. and a big chunk of yardage gained by Kenny Golladay, and that's exactly what he does. That's why he's so dangerous downfield. Highest average yards per reception among NFC receivers in 2019 at over 18 yards per catch. He has the length and really has a nose for the football, especially when they put the ball in the air and he goes up and gets it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again. Stafford. Open man is Golladay, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Into the first quarter with the score Jaguars 3, Lions 0.
On first down, Stafford here. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
14.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Stafford on first down. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Jaguars 3-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Keelan Cole now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
There's a catch by Leonard Fournette for a first down, and he is a versatile weapon for Jacksonville. We all know how he can carry the football, but he had his best season as a receiver last year, over 500 yards through the air.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Minshew sets to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good for a Jaguar.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Flushed out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. But now it'll be third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Minshew. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Rolling to his right. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are...
Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense, and he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling them on the field.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
Jaguars 10.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boot?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Minshew quickly completing it out wide. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
To Johnson again. Johnson odds poke free. Football's out. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot.
After reviewing the play, the running on the field is
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
5 yards.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 25.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Here's Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Westbrook.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Amendola set to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll throw right away. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Lambo on for the extra point. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Danny Amendola on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Stafford here coming off his pick six. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Stafford hands to carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Stafford on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first and 10, Stafford. Jones has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
To Marvin Jones.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdowns.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
When the NFL draft gives you 2 first-round picks, you better take advantage of it. I think that the Jacksonville Jaguars did, getting C.J. Henderson a corner first, and then Caleb Von Jason, an outside linebacker defensive end out of LSU, with their second first-round pick. Love his skills. Rush the passer, drop into coverage, great man-to-man coverage, tremendous leadership skills, and boy, he likes to hit. And we just saw right there, when he gets to the quarterback, he puts him on the ground.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 36-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's third down. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And now the the third down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for LaVisca Chenault.
I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here comes Amendola. Fights through him. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 40.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Cole now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here again comes Gardner Minshew. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but it'll be 2nd and goal. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was a type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
27. Jaguars.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Johnson, the Lions.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On first down at Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got some space here. The 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Johnson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Cole now on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
So Minshew and the Jaguars down by 10, 55 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Now Minshew on first and 10. Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So
here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Cole now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions defense now back onto the field. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again?
At the 27-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Today's
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Lions, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3.